Right, what are you making?
Matt, we're going to do wonderful raspberry parfait with some raspberries, a little sablé, which is basically a shortbread on the base, and then a little bit of chantilly, whipped cream with a little bit of vanilla.
Lovely. Classic cooking.
It is, very much so.
Good.
Very
no
lovely.
nonsense cooking.
No, not with me, Matt.
Good. What's going in it?
OK, starting off, we've got our raspberries, of course. We've got a little bit of egg for the pâte aux pommes with some sugar. We've got the cream. We've got a little framboise crème here, lemon juice to go in with the raspberries as well to keep the colour. Icing sugar and vanilla for seasoning.
I will sit down, you will cook.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, first thing to say, parfait, unlike ice cream, is frozen in the freezer, and if you don't add sugar or alcohol, it tends to freeze like a brick. So what we've made here is this pâte aux pommes mix, which, first of all, is egg yolks, which you put a little bit of stock syrup to it, dash of water, cook it out over the heat to make this wonderful sablon. Then we cook sugar to 110 degrees, that's crack sugar so it's crisp, and add it to there, continue to whisk it with one of the machines, hand machines, so it's nice and light and frothy. To this, we're going to add our raspberry Kool-Aid. Now, to make the raspberry Kool-Aid, we've simply taken our raspberries and blended it to create this pulp. We then pass off the raspberries through this sieve, which gives you this wonderful Kool-Aid, which is like this. We reduce that down on the stove, and you get this really thick, jammy texture, which is great, absolutely stunning. Lots of flavour because you want lots of intensity. The crème de framboise, just a dash into the pâte aux pommes, and then we'll simply take our raspberry Kool-Aid, which we've reduced here, and add it into this and give it a good whisk.
Why do you need to reduce it? Why can't you just add?
Well, you see, Matt, the texture of that raspberry is very, very thick, and the flavour is going to be intense. So effectively, all you've done is reduce some of that liquid away, which is quite important. So what we've got here, we've just got our cooked egg yolks. Into that, we've got our liquor of raspberry and the reduction of raspberry itself, the Kool-Aid, as we talked about. To that, finally, we just add some whipped cream. Just fold it in very, very careful. Double cream is good, or whipping cream should be fine. But basically, just fold that into the mix like so. Absolutely delicious. OK, quickly, moving on into the modes. So we've got two little modes here. And then all we're going to do is just put that into a mode. And as I said, it's the sugar content and the alcohol that'll stop it freezing too hard. Best freeze it at -18, and that'll be absolutely solid after about 8 hours in the freezer. Just tap it down so it's nice and level in the freezer, as I say, overnight. Perfect. I'll put that one under there. Now moving on to our sablé biscuit, which is basically a shortbread. All we've done is we've taken some sugar with some butter, crumbed it together with your hands, and we've added to that some icing sugar with the flour, and then bind it together with egg yolks. It's a very, very rich and soft dough. Cut them out with the same size cutter that you've put the parfait in, and pop that in the oven, 160 degrees, for about 20 minutes. That'll be lovely.
Michael, why are they called sablé?
This is just the sandy texture. Sarb in French is sarb. So sablé, sandy sort of texture of the biscuit, Matthew.
OK.
OK, so with some of the Kool-Aid, all we've done is we've taken some icing sugar just to sweeten it up. That's fantastic. We've also got some crème chantilly, which we've whipped with some icing sugar and vanilla. And when you take your biscuits out of the oven, you want them to be golden brown. So they take about 20 minutes. So we just take a little bit of cream just to create a bit of a base. Take your parfait, put it in some warm water. This will be fun.
Is this going to work?
Give it a bit of a tap all the way around just to get the air out. On it goes like so.
Oh, very good.
That's where you work the crowd, Matt, you see that. And then, of course, little raspberries. Just take some of the Kool-Aid, and I like to put that on top, like so. These are quite big parfaits, but I'm quite a generous guy, aren't I? A few raspberries on top, like so. And then finally, a little bit of Kool-Aid on the plate. That Michelin-star touch that I know you hate and loathe, Matthew.
Absolutely not. We pay good money for it.
Sprig
Very
of mint,
good money.
perhaps? Sprig of mint?
Sprig of mint. If you want to put a sprig on mint, I'm not touching it.
Crème chantilly, which we just whipped. Just get a lovely little quenelle, like so.